What's up, guys? I'm going to be going over the Alabama versus Georgia game. This is the biggest game of the week, and quite possibly this is probably top 3 biggest games of the entire regular season. Alabama versus Georgia. This has so many implications on the playoffs, on the SEC championship, on the SEC standings. This game is huge. I mean, we are not even into October yet, and we have this type of game with this high of stakes riding on this game. Georgia and Alabama, guys, this is going to be a fun one to watch. This is going to be Saturday night. Yes, September 28th, this Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time start. Figure out your time zone from there. This is at Bryant-Denny Stadium. So the Crimson Tide do not lose at home. You guys know this. It is a new era. I will say that. This is the Kalen DeBoer era. This is not Nick Saban era. But in the Saban era, they were only beat at home by double digits one time. That was last season when Texas beat them by 10 points. Bama plays extremely well at home. Georgia, you know how good Georgia is, all right? Let's just put it out there. Georgia won back-to-back national championships, just not last year, but the 2 years before that. Georgia's still Georgia. Kirby Smart is an incredible football coach down there. I think this is going to be an absolute dogfight. I hope you guys are as excited for this game as I am. I cannot wait for these two SEC heavyweights to go against each other. Well, let's break down the game a little bit. We're going to break down the game. I'm going to give you guys a bet that I like in this game, and then I'm going to give you some player props at the end of this video, and we'll break down the player props as well. But just the game itself, guys, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Who you pulling for? Who's your team in this battle? Georgia or Alabama? Me personally, I want Georgia to win because I'm a Texas fan and Texas plays Georgia this year. And if Georgia's winning and they're undefeated when they go into Austin in a couple weeks here, then I think that's just going to make that game even higher stakes than it already is going to be. Anyways, that's just my little take on fandom there. But let's actually dive into the bets, examine this game a little bit. This spread opened up at Georgia +4, meaning Alabama -4. Kind of shocked a lot of people. It was +100 odds on Georgia to cover +4. Then shit flipped, all right? It totally flipped. Now we have Georgia -2, Bama +2. So you know how the sports books try to play the odds. They try to juice it up and say, come bet this side. Bet with me here so that we can win and profit on the other side. We've been hitting big going against the public bets because the public, not professional sports bettors, they just want to take the juiciest looking line. It's very easy to look at this and say Georgia money line -128 odds or Georgia -2 -110 odds. The spread's a little tougher to bet on for this game because it is going to be a tight game. It's only a 2-point spread, so it's not really much of a spread at all. It's more so a pick 'em. When you're talking 2 points or less, that's a safety, right? I mean, it could be 21-20 type of game or like a 24-23 type of game. There are those types of games, and this game is going to be tight, no doubt about it. If this is a blowout either side, I will be shocked. However, I do think if it is a blowout and it's a 10+ point win, a double-digit win, I think it's going to be Bama that gets that win, double digits. Just my quick take. The over-under on this game, it opened up at 53.5. Right now it's dropped down a little bit. It's at 48.5. So everybody must have been hammering that under for them to move that line down a little bit. But I'm going to look at the money line right here. And the reason I'm doing this is because that's where I think we can profit. That's where I think the bets or the numbers are in our favor to take a certain direction here. 80% of the public bets are on Georgia money line. 92% of the money, the public money, is on Georgia money line. We got 62% of the public bets on Georgia on the spread, and then it's actually 55% of the bets on Bama, or so of the money on Bama on the spread. And then the over/under, a lot of more people are taking the over. 71% are taking the over. 61% of the money is on the over. Guys, we're going to lock in on this money line. Focus right here. All that public money is on Georgia. 92%. They're making it look juicy. They're giving them great odds to cover that money line. They're giving Georgia -128. So it makes it look juicy, right? It makes it look like, hey, take Georgia. They're going to win this football game. We're giving them -128 odds. So I don't know, guys. What you let me know what you think. I don't know how am I trying to say this? I don't know where your head's at with this, but my observations and research are telling me to take Alabama money line. You heard that right. Alabama money line. I told you I want Georgia to win. Yes, but I'm not betting with my heart. I'm betting with my brain, and what the numbers are telling me where we're going to win some money. Alabama money line. That's it. Roll Tide for this weekend. If Georgia wins, that's great for my fandom, but when Alabama wins, that's great for our wallet. We're going to win this bet, guys. Crimson Tide right now, plus 110 odds if you get it on DraftKings or Caesars. Right now, they have the best paying odds for Bama money line. FanDuel's got them at plus 105 if that's your book and you don't have the other two. But DraftKings and Caesars are where it's at. Also, Bet365 has them at plus 110. So that's where you're going to get the best odds. If you have Bet Online, actually, I just saw this. They're plus 113 for Bama. So if you have Bet Online, use Bet Online. So there's the big drop of the night, guys. I'm taking Bama money line. Let's do it. Okay, now let's transition. Let's move into the prop side of things, and I'll show you some props that I like. This is going to be a two-man slip. I'm throwing these in on Dabble, guys. Real quick, just a quick break to tell you, you can get $25 free on the Dabble app. Use code SSWIN. It's right down here at the bottom of the screen. When you use that promo code, you get $25 free, and you can play that money right on this play right here. Free $25. It's a 3x payout. 25 will turn into $75. Then you can use that money playing on house money for whatever we're playing next week. So that's your promo code, guys. That'll get you that free $25. Let's go into the picks. We're gonna stick with we're gonna move into passing yards here. Jalen Milroe, so far this year, he's played 4 games. He threw for 200 in 1 game. His line's at 205 yards right now. We're gonna hit the under. Like I said, he only threw for 200 yards in 1 game. He threw for 192 in week 1, 200 in week 2, 199 in week 3, 196 in week 4. He's been 200 yards or under in all 4 of those games. Georgia has a great defense. Alabama has a great defense. Guys, I actually took the under on first half scoring. I took that last night. Gave that free pick out on my live stream. Under 24.5 points. So I do think this is going to be a low scoring game. That was the first half total. Just another little quick bet ad there to let you guys know I gave that out last night. Under 24.5 first half total, meaning I think this is going to be a low scoring game. Both of these defenses are stout, good defenses. So looking at Jalen Milroe's chart, his last 5 games, he's only gone over this line once. That was against Auburn in November of last year. November 25th. He went over, he threw for 259 yards last year. This is last season. Things are totally different now. Trey Burton's gone. Isaiah Bond is gone. Amari Niblack is gone. Those are 3 targets that are gone from last year. Yes, Bama still has good receivers. Ryan Williams, the freshman, is unbelievable. But I think Jalen Milroe's not going to cover this spread, or not going to cover this line at 205 yards. He's not going over it. I'm taking the under on Milroe, and that is why. 4 straight games under this line, and he's going against Georgia's defense. This is going to be a defensive a defensive slugfest, okay? Defense is going to prevail in this game. I would not be surprised if both teams did not get to 20 points in this game. Bold take, but I would not be shocked at all with how good these defenses are, guys. And then I'm going to stick with passing yards on the next prop, going with his opponent, Carson Beck. Okay, and Carson Beck's last 5 games, he played two of his last 5 are last season. Okay, Georgia's only played 3 games this year. He's got Clemson, he's got Tennessee, he's got Kentucky. So in one of those, he went for 278 yards. His line's at 247 yards right now. He went for 242 in the second game and 160 in his third game last week against Kentucky, where they did not play well. Georgia almost lost that game. They were this close to losing to Kentucky and blowing up their whole season. I don't know if that was just a bad game for Georgia or if the matchup was just right for Kentucky or if we're underrating Kentucky. But if that's a tell for what's coming this season, Georgia might be down slightly than they have been over the last 4 or 5 years because they really did almost lose that game. But Carson Beck only threw for 160 yards in that game. Like I said, Alabama's defense is absolutely stout. I just wanted to pull this up for you and show you right now. The number one team against the pass in the country is Georgia, 91.3 pass yards per game. The number 7 team against the pass right now is Alabama, 115.7 yards per game through the air against Alabama. Both of these teams are barely giving up over 100 yards passing. Georgia's below it. They're 9 yards below it, and Bama's 15 yards over it. So to go in here and say that Carson Beck is going to throw for 247 yards against that Bama defense, no, I do not think that's going to happen at all, guys. That's just not what the numbers are telling me that at all. Bama's defense is just too good for Carson Beck to go out and throw that many yards. And I think this game is going to be a low-scoring game. So all that combined, Carson Beck on the under 247.5 passing yards. We're actually getting him at 247. Take out the half because Dabble is giving us the option to push. So if he gets to 247, we push. If he gets below it, we win. I wish we had the half because 247 would still be a win. But if we were taking the over, this would actually benefit us. But it's not going to because we're taking the under. There's your picks, guys. Jalen Milroe under 205 passing yards. Carson Beck under 247 passing yards. And then the play that I gave you a little bit ago, Alabama Crimson Tide on the money line to win this game and blow up Georgia's season right away. This is going to be a huge game, an SEC altering game, possibly an altering game on the national landscape with the college football playoff. This game has a lot of huge implications. Okay, there's a lot involved in this game. Georgia, Alabama in September. Georgia's got a tough road. They go at Alabama, then they're home for Tennessee, then they go at Texas. Georgia has a rough schedule coming up the next few weeks. There's your picks, guys. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like my stuff, guys, if you like these picks and everything, hit that subscribe button. Get in on all the free pick videos that I put out. You won't miss a single one. Hit the notification bell. Actually get sent to your phone, and you'll get notified when I post a video. I appreciate every single one of you guys every single time you watch these videos. I can't say thank you enough. Seriously, the support means the world to me. I'm trying to make this my full-time gig, and we're getting there. We are getting there with this sports betting stuff because I'm winning my bets. Hopefully you guys are tailing and winning your bets as well. VIPs, we crushed on Monday. Absolutely crushed the books on Monday. Check out the short that I made on that. It's a little recap. Also have a recap video. I'll put it right here in one of these two corners. You guys can check that out and see how we did on Monday Night Football to see if you want to get in on VIPs. There's a link in the description below. Thank you guys. That's all I got for you. I'll see y'all next time.